such a performance. Before I start, I wanted to do a small survey. How many of you know a student of VIT, either current student or past student? Just raise your hands. Just look around. Just look around. How many hands are going up? Put it down. See, in marketing, they call this as word of mouth. That's the most powerful thing, right? Where you know somebody and you probably ask them how VIT is, and then you came here. So it's very important that we perform based on student input. That's what our mantra, entire mantra about VIT is. We put students in the center. We are a student-centric institution, and we say student success is our success. That's the reason VIT has grown this much. So I just wanted to give you a small story. It seems a young man, probably IT industry, when he wanted to fly to another city, he got upgraded to business class. So he's very happy. So he goes and sits there in the plane, and just before they close the gates, just to his surprise, he saw one big professional. He was the founder of a company and chairman of the company, one of the top companies of India, sat next to him. So he was very excited. The plane took off, so he started making some small conversation with this great founder. He is about 65 years old, the founder. So one of the questions this young man asked him was, "Sir, you have worked so hard. You have built your company to this much. It's now like billions of dollars worth company, net worth company. Why don't you retire?" You know what that gentleman said? "My dear young man, now the flight has reached 10,000 feet. Why don't we switch off the engine?" You know the analogy here? All of you worked very hard, right? As Pro VC pointed out, all of you worked very hard, wrote many entrance exams, scored very good rank in VIT, and you got your dream destination.W, can we switch off the engine? What will happen? You saw what happened in Nepal yesterday. So I have seen some students who think, okay, now I have reached my dream destination, let me start relaxing. That's not how it works. The next 4 years are going to be very crucial for you. You got to stay put in your performance. You have performed well, that's why you are here. You're here, you need to think of the next step, right? Let's do a quick exercise, okay? You don't need to get up. Sir made you get up at least twice or thrice. I'm not going to ask you to get up. Just sit there in your seat. But only thing is, close your eyes for 10 seconds. Just close your eyes for 10 seconds. Just close your eyes. What are you going to do? What will you be after 4 years? Just think. What am I going to do? What will I be after 4 years? Okay? Now, one more question. Where will I be after 20 years? Okay? You are probably 17, 18 now. After 20 years, what am I going to do? Where am I? Open your eyes. Open your eyes to the big, big world around you. There's plenty of opportunities. There's nothing short. The opportunities are fully open. The first thing you need to do is the exercise of goal setting. You are here on your day one. You need to set your goals. For example, there could be 3 types of goals. You can choose one or more of those after your B.Tech. What are you going to do? Let's say you want to go for higher education. Think Stanford. Think Berkeley. Think MIT. So you need to start working on the projects which will get you that admission. You need to start working on those recommendation letters which will get you that scholarship. The GRE score, the statement of purpose. How many papers are you going to publish in this 4 years? So that's what these great institutions look for. So start dreaming. Higher education is one goal. Next goal, corporate career. You just saw 3 examples. You need to think, how am I going to get into Google or Microsoft or Oracle or LinkedIn, right? How do I get into those blue chip companies which are having, billions is their net worth? It doesn't happen overnight. It's not easy. I'm sure we can make those students come and talk to you later in your class who get such offers. There are many other students. These are just examples. Yesterday, I think Zomato gave an offer for 56 lakhs. Yeah, Phone Pay. Such great companies are there. It's amazing. We just showed you a sample. So how do you come to the stage after 4 years and get appreciated for getting your Google offer, right? So there are many things. We are here to help you. We are here to facilitate you. We are your launch pad, right? You are the rocket, we are the launch pad. So it's going to happen. The third possibility, goal, I talked about 3 goals, right? Third goal could be entrepreneurship. You could be on your own. India is becoming number 2 in the world for startups. You know about the great funding available, whether it's venture capitalist funding or private equity funding, PE, VC, everything is available. There's a great ecosystem available. And right here in VIT, you can start your company. Can you believe it? We have something called VNest, our incubator. Yesterday I went there. There were so many students starting companies with their own ideas. We help them patent, we give them space, and they're having their companies, whether it's a drone-based company or healthcare. I saw so many technologies. What I'm saying is, Sir mentioned Amrit Kal, right? This is the Amrit Kal. All you need to do is come up with great idea with your team. We are here to support you. Okay? So, goal setting becomes an important exercise. Visioning, goal setting becomes an important exercise. Then, the other point which I wanted to mention to you is about networking. How many of you have LinkedIn account? Very good, very good. At least others, go and open one today. If I ask, how many of you have Insta or Facebook account? Instagram, Facebook. Okay. How many of you are on WhatsApp? Okay. The day before yesterday, madam was mentioning, Ms. Archana Patnaik, about skills. It seems because of social media, many people overall in the population, the skills have gone down. Because a lot of people tend to waste time. There's so much of junk. I don't mind using the word junk. There's so much of junk flowing in your Facebook, WhatsApp, Insta. I'm not saying get out of social media. Be there. You need to be there. But your phone needs to be your slave. You cannot be phone's slave. Very simple. There are many people who cannot stay without phone for more than 3 minutes or 5 minutes. They have to check how many likes I got. right? It becomes an addiction. So, but I'm talking about professional network. You got to build your professional network. Your network is your net worth. When you get out of the college especially, it's about how many contacts you have, how many friends you have. Friends in the sense I'm talking about professional friends. So, fortunately you have thousands of contacts right here in VIT. Expand your network. You don't know who's going to be the CEO of Google tomorrow. They could be sitting right behind you, right? See, he's already saying you are going to be the CEO. See, that's the confidence. So, networking becomes an important part of you when you grow up in your career. And all of you are computer science students. I am a computer science graduate. I used to be a computer science professional also, so I can talk a couple of points on that. How many of you contribute to GitHub? Very good, very good. At least go to GitHub. Open source code. See, in the future, there's nothing called resume. Just tell your name, people are going to search for you online and then see what you have contributed. You got to have your portfolio online, your digital portfolio. What are you contributing to the open source community? There are many challenges available online, right? Coding challenges. So get into all of that. So the digital portfolio you leave becomes very important. And at the same time, I need to mention about your social media also. You would think that you are posting something and it will go away. Once you post something online, it lives forever. Be very careful about what you post online. You might think, I'm just making a joke. It will go away. It never goes away. Somebody is storing and reposting. So, you got to be careful. For example, you know, a couple of nations, when they issue a student visa, they ask you for your social handle. You all probably know about it. Why do they ask for your social handle? They will do the homework of what all you posted. Suppose you had criticized the president of that country. You think you are going to get student visa? So, the point is, social media could be a dangerous place. Don't just believe what comes to you. Don't just forward what comes to you. Don't get lured. There are many people to lure you on social media, mislead you. So, keep it, but play safe. Coming back to the point I was talking about, you are all moving from one phase of life to another. What in computer terms we call it as paradigm shift. Right? What happens in school usually is that probably the teacher says, okay, this is very important, please study this. This is very important, please study, and this is good for exam and all that. It's called spoon feeding. Don't expect that to happen in a university environment like VIT. You got to understand everything. There's no mugging up and vomiting. You got to understand the concepts and should be able to apply those concepts. I have recruited many candidates. When I was in the IT field working for Walmart.com, I have recruited candidates, and even as Vice President, I have recruited candidates for faculty positions. What I expect is how you can apply what you have learned. So for that you need to first understand the fundamentals, but not just understand and stop. You should be able to apply what we call as higher order thinking. So that's where I'm talking about paradigm shift from school to a university. So what happens is in school it's usually teacher-centric, teaching-centric. In a university it's learner-centric and learning-centric. So you got to ask questions. Professors will come, teach, and they may go. You got to ask questions. You remember the Chinese proverb, right? The one who asks a question may be a fool for 5 minutes. The one who doesn't ask that question remains a fool for life. So don't feel shy about asking questions, right? Only because people questioned. If the scientists believe that Earth was flat, we would still be thinking Earth was flat. Somebody questioned it, right? Somebody said Earth stays, sun goes around, right? Somebody questioned it. So question established beliefs. Don't be afraid. Only when you question established beliefs, new principles come up, truths emerge. So I want you to be that person who questions established beliefs so that you can come up with new ideas. And we are here to encourage such ideas. Just last 2 points and then I'll close. One thing I wanted to mention, for how many of you this is the first time going into hostel? Raise your hands. Okay. Wow. Look around. Almost everybody. This is like you're coming out of your home. What they say is like coming out of your comfort zone, right? You know the difference between hostel food and home food? Hostel food is cooked with oil. Home food is cooked with love. Let's give a big round of applause to our parents, our moms especially, who take care of us. But at some point, you have to fly out of that nest. You have to come out of that comfort zone. Initially, you will feel a lot of hiccups, right? You will feel homesick. Fortunately, you will have friend circle to cure that homesickness. So hostel, I have stayed in hostel when I was in 11th standard. I went to Madras Christian College School, but I stayed in the hostel. One lesson I learnt is, it could be the worst hell or the best heaven on how you make it happen. Right? Especially how you choose your friends. They say, right? You tell me about your friends, I'll tell about you. How you choose your friends becomes an important. Surround yourself with good people. Problem solved. Right? So, hostel life, you can make it to be the best, and we are here to support you, facilitate you. And we are here, as Provisi sir mentioned, we have 133 clubs and chapters. What is the reason? Because what you learn outside the classroom is much more than what you learn inside the classroom. Mark my word. It's not the theory which you learnt in the class which you will remember. Right? Something happened outside the class, you are going to remember for life. Your friends' network, especially. So, join as many clubs and chapters possible. That's where you're going to learn teamwork. You're going to learn leadership skills. There are so many skills which are hidden in you. Our job to bring them out, to bring the best out of you. So such clubs and chapters, which when they conduct events, annually we conduct a great festival called Vibrance. Right? Many celebrities come and it's a great event. It's all, and we have the Technovit, the technical festival. It's all conducted by students. It's by the students, for the students, of the students. This institution is also like that. Institution is by the students, for the students, of the students. We are here for you. You need to make the best use of it. The opportunities keep flowing. It's like Mother Ganga. River flows. Whether you come with a teaspoon and take the water, or you take a bucket and take the water, or you can bring a water tank, a truck, and take the water. It's all up to you. Opportunities will flow. You should not miss out. One last point before I close. Some people ask me, sir, artificial intelligence is coming, Gen AI is coming. What's the need for software programmers anymore? Right? My answer is this: artificial intelligence will not take away the jobs. Artificial intelligence is going to transform the jobs. Are you ready for it? So, you need to be aware of what's going on around you. You need to be aware. You cannot be the frog in the well. You need to be aware of what technology changes you are going to go through. See, what you are going to learn in the curriculum, by the time you graduate, that would have been outdated. I am very sorry to say that. Computer science is a field where the updation is so high, obsolescence factor is so high. So you cannot say, sir, I know this language, am I ready for the job? No, it's not about particular language or a tool. Whether you have learned to adapt, whether you have learned to adopt, that becomes important when you graduate. Nobody can predict right now, in 2028, when you graduate, how the market is going to be. Right? 4 years ago, did you know that ChatGPT is going to take over the world? Gen AI is going to take over the world? No, we don't know the effects of it. But you need to keep the ear to the ground. Listen, stay focused. Focus on your goal. I'm sure he'll hit it. So if you learn how to adapt, how to adopt, you will not be a dinosaur. You know what happened to dinosaurs? How many dinosaurs we see around? They were the biggest animals, strongest animals, but they didn't adapt. They didn't adopt. So I want you to have that agility to learn new platforms. We cannot be teaching everything in the classroom. You need to be on the lookout. You need to learn how to learn, that's all, in the institution. I'm sure you will succeed in life. But remember one thing, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Are you tough? Yes? I cannot hear you. Are you tough? Wish you all the best.